Hey guys, Niklas here from Iron Build Fitness. What are we talking about in this video? Well, we're talking about a favorite topic of mine, which is something that I use every day, almost every day, which is intermittent fasting. You see, intermittent fasting is one of my absolute favorite methods or tools to use when I'm dieting, especially for fat loss. And that's what today's video is going to be about, intermittent fasting for fat loss. I've been using intermittent fasting for 4 years now, so I'm definitely used to using that method, and I know all the ins and outs and every benefit and negative thing that is about intermittent fasting, and how it can help you lose more fat, or rather how it can be a great tool for making fat loss easier, which we're going to get to in a moment. One very important thing regarding intermittent fasting that I wanted to touch on is this is one of the biggest pitfalls or mistakes that people don't know about intermittent fasting, is that intermittent fasting won't make you ripped in and of itself. You won't lose body fat just because you use intermittent fasting. Or rather, I would say you won't necessarily lose body fat just because you're using intermittent fasting. You see, in order to lose body fat, you probably know this, but in order to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. That's it. It doesn't matter if you use intermittent fasting, it doesn't matter what other methods you use to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Now, but why do people think that intermittent fasting is so good for fat loss then? Well, first of all, by using intermittent fasting, you could indirectly put yourself in a calorie deficit simply because you stop eating, or you remove breakfast and possibly even lunch and just eat during a smaller time window of the day. So you have these 16 to 18 hours where you are fasting, and then you need to cram in all the food you need to maintain your body weight in such few hours that you won't eat enough, and hence that you end up in a calorie deficit. Okay. Now, a lot of people who start using intermittent fasting doesn't see a change in their body weight or body fat at all. The reason for this is that they simply start eating more later in the afternoon or during the evenings when they start using intermittent fasting. You see, the calories that they were supposed to eat at breakfast or in the morning, they now eat back during the later part of the day instead. So again, if you want to lose body fat, intermittent fasting can be a great tool for it, but you still most likely need to control your calories in some way or another in order to lose body fat. So this can be done either by counting your calories using apps and stuff, or it can be done with meal plans. It can also be done by you eating almost only clean foods, where you automatically eat less calories. And it can also be done by you exercising a lot. So no matter the way you choose to be in a calorie deficit, that's not important for this video. If you want to learn about being in a calorie deficit, I recommend that you check out this one after this video, okay? But for now, I want to talk about where the actual benefits of intermittent fasting is when it comes to fat loss. Since it's not so much about actually putting you in a calorie deficit, then it's more about making the calorie deficit easier to adhere and enjoy and stick to in the long term. And the reason for this is that intermittent fasting comes with 5 big benefits that I'm going to list for you. That together makes it very easy and enjoyable to be in a calorie deficit, and hence that losing body fat. So let's start with the first one. The first one is that intermittent fasting creates a calorie budget. Budgeting your calories is hands down one of the biggest benefits of intermittent fasting. You see, when you skip breakfast, you will have so much more food available in the later part of the day, when it's actually been shown in research that most people are typically more hungry. There's been research done on something called circadian rhythm, which is the rhythm we want to eat and feel hungry and so on. And they show that between 6 to 9 p.m. in the evening, the hunger for most people spikes, and then it slowly declines during the night, and the hunger is actually at the lowest in the morning. And this is also the reason why a lot of people claim that you shouldn't eat after 6 p.m. You know, you have seen those articles. Don't eat after 6 p.m. Don't eat during the night. It will make you fat. Their argument is that since you are hungrier in the evening, it's so much easier to eat in the evening. And when it's easy to eat in the evening, you eat more, consume more calories, and then you gain weight. And sure, this is a fine approach to take, actually, to stop eating when you're most hungry, just for the sake of losing body fat. But the negative thing with this is that you prevent yourself from eating during the time of the day that you are most hungry. So you actually go against your own body in a way, and you don't get the food your body craves at the time it needs it. So I think that it's a lot smarter to just skip breakfast and possibly even lunch at the time when people aren't as hungry and they can typically more easily avoid eating. And then instead of going against your own body or against your own hunger signals and so on, you have more food that you can actually enjoy during this time when your body's craving more food. Do you see what I mean? So that's the perfect benefit of intermittent fasting, which usually makes it a lot easier for people to adhere to a long-term fat loss diet, Okay, so the second benefit of intermittent fasting is that it improves satiety and enjoyment to your diet. It improves satiety and it improves enjoyment to your diet. The way that it does this is that when you create a huge calorie budget, which was benefit number one here, then you obviously have a lot of food to eat during the times that you need it the most, when you are most hungry during the evening. And this is awesome news for you. I mean, let's say, here's a comparison that I always make. Let's say that one person is going with option number one, which is he wakes up, he eats breakfast, and then he eats like 6 small regular meals during his entire day. He goes to work, he works out to in the gym after his work day is done. Then he needs to do some other chores, and then when it's finally time for the evening, he has nearly no food left to eat during the day. He's hungry, he wants more food, he's on a fat loss diet, he feels low energy, and he knows that he must sit in the couch all night avoiding food. Okay, so then we have option number 2, where we have the guy who does the exact same thing during his day. He goes to work, he goes working out, he does his chores at home, but he used intermittent fasting instead. This guy, when he's tired, he have low energy, possibly even more than the first guy, but this guy, he knows that he can sit in the couch, he can watch TV, he can do other things with people he like, and knowing that he can enjoy a lot of food. He still has a lot of food left because he decided to skip it earlier during the day. This leads to an incredible shift in your mentality when it comes to losing body fat. See, you can be in a calorie deficit, but you can still have all of these benefits of eating during the night and so on. Okay, so benefit number 3, guys, of intermittent fasting is that intermittent fasting enables you to participate in social events and gatherings more easily. You see, what do all social events and gatherings have in common? Well, that most of them take place during the evening. Not only do they take place during the evening, but most often there's food involved as well. So when you have created yourself a huge calorie budget for later in the day, then you can easily enjoy food during this social event or gathering and lose body fat at the same time. You see, this wouldn't be possible if let's say you had 200 to 300 calories left in the evening if you ate breakfast. That's nothing. You can't eat out. You can't go partying with your friends. You can't enjoy delicious food on your family dinner. You can't go to restaurants. You can't go to the movies and eat some popcorn and stuff. Or sure you can, but you wouldn't be able to have a lot of great stuff then. So by using intermittent fasting, you can take advantage of the fact that you have a lot of food left to eat in the afternoon and evening, making it so much easier to participate in such events. So that's an awesome benefit, guys. Now, benefit number 4 is that it's time saving. Time saving. This is one benefit that it's pretty small in the grand scheme of things, but damn, I like this benefit a lot. since I don't have to do any like cooking or eating in the morning, it frees up so much time to like get productive and do stuff instead. Or if I want to just sleep in during the morning a little bit longer. Also, if I only eat around 2 large meals per day and a snack in between, that means I need to do very little cooking overall. And a pro tip here is that I actually cook my meals in batches, like 1, sometimes 2 times per week. Most often I take like 1 to 2 hours during a Sunday and just get the whole week's of food ready and cooked. So, and sometimes I eat out as well, since I have the room for it when I use intermittent fasting. So yeah, that's an awesome benefit, guys, that it saves a lot of time and frustration from having to like cook and eat and all, and doing that all of the freaking time. So that's awesome. Now the last benefit, number 5 here, is that with intermittent fasting, wait for it, every meal will feel like a cheat meal. This is awesome, guys. This is so awesome. You know, most people when they go on a diet, they tell themselves that, okay, on Saturday, that's when I'm gonna have my cheat meals. That's when I'm gonna have my cheat day, when I'm gonna eat something tasty and something that includes a lot of calories and that really satisfies me. But you know what? With intermittent fasting, especially if you learn to cook like these great meals that taste well but also have like a lot of nutrients in them, you will feel like you're eating a cheat meal each and every day. I always do, guys. And this is one of the biggest benefits of intermittent fasting in my eyes as well. When you create this like huge budget of calories, you skip breakfast, I'm not that hungry anyways, I can drink water, I can drink coffee and so on. And then I know that I have like 2 meals that are 1,000 calories each. Like both one meal at around 2 p.m. I have my first meal of 1,000 calories. Then I have my second meal, which is slightly above 1,000 calories in the evening, like between 6 and 8 p.m. And boy, do those meals satisfy me a lot. So that's just another awesome benefit of intermittent fasting. You see, these are all the 5 benefits, and together, these will make fat loss so much easier, guys. You see, it's not like they directly put you in a calorie deficit. They simply make the whole calorie deficit easier to stick to and adhere to. And that is exactly what intermittent fasting can help you do. So I know this video went on for a bit, but I hope you liked it and I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you found it valuable and that you are ready to try intermittent fasting if you haven't done so already. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I hope to see you in the next one, so definitely hit the subscribe button below. And I wish you a good day. Bye.